Coming in hot from Arizona, this is Trevor
and Troy Howard.
And you're on So Tell Us Time. You can have everything you want in your business. Sometimes you just need a little help.
Every business owner would love to charge more for their services, but sometimes you can sacrifice long-term loyalty for a short-term profit.
Creating the right rituals is key to your business having success.
Are you tired of competing with your competitors? Guess what? You don't have to compete if you create.
Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of So Tell Us Time. I'm excited to be here with you today. As you can see, it's obviously just me. I apologize for that as always because we know Troy is the one we love. He's got all that mad knowledge behind him and I just kind of mess around and goof off, but I'm going to try to help you out and educate you today, and then Troy will be back with us. We've got summer. We're in summer, right? We're all in summer now. Most of our kids all over the country are out of school for summer and life is crazy, but we as entrepreneurs have to keep moving forward. We don't get a summer really. We just have to keep moving forward, working hard, and we don't want to get distracted during summer, but we also need to have to really make the time that's important to be with our families and to do the things that are important to us, like going on some vacations and things like that. So Troy and I know that you guys are going to be taking probably some time off, getting with your families, doing some different things, and we hope that you're doing that. So we're really trying to make this multi-part series on Close More Sales very brief, quick, easy things to implement so that you guys can still get things done this summer, better your business, but also have the time to, be with the family and do the things that you guys want to be doing. So I am excited. This is part 3 to our multi-part series. This one is called Wimps, right? So a lot of sales guys are wimps. The thing is that an issue a lot of salespeople have is they do a great job until they get to the close. And many people have even written books on this. There's a lot of authors out there who have written books on the soft close. Well, I can tell you that is not always necessarily the best way. In fact, I would say the soft close is not the best way to do it. I was just over at a business the other day and actually walked in as a customer, but overheard one of my competitors' sales reps in there. And when it came to the close, it was this young guy. He was in his 20s. When it came to the close, he just biffed it. He was so nervous. In fact, he said something along the lines of, okay, now we're to the part that nobody likes. I don't want to sound like a salesy guy and try to push you to do something. But, if you guys want to move forward, in the next 24 hours, I can take 10% off. I'm authorized by my supervisor. And he was so nervous. He was almost choking on his words. And I just laughed. I had to laugh and thought, oh my gosh, what a soft close. What a wimpy close, right? And there was no commitment. There was no call to action. I mean, there was the 10% off, but it was done and delivered so wimpy-ish that the people weren't even interested. They did not move forward with them. And it was funny because I was actually able to talk to them, and when they walked out, I just, hey, what are you doing with them? And they said, oh, they approached us, blah, blah. I said, well, great. They're a competitor of mine. Can I show you what we do? And they're like, yeah. And they were super excited about what we do and what we offer. And so the thing is that these authors who have written these books about the soft close, and a lot of businesses have adopted this now. And I'm telling you, it is not the way to go. And remember, my sales guys have a minimum of like a 60% close rate, and my top sales guys have over 100% close rate, meaning they're closing more sales than leads they're getting. So they'll take a person who comes in, a lead, and they will sell them multiple businesses or multi-locations, so they will sell more than the leads that come in. And so we really have honed in on our sales process. So I'm going to share a little bit with you guys about that today. Just 3 things that make a good salesperson, because these authors, a lot of them that have written these books, and I don't know if you've listened to any of these books or read any of these books or seen them, but a lot of them haven't sold in years. They haven't been out in the field in a long time. And even worse, some of these authors have never been out in the field. So you got to be really careful who you take your advice from. And there is a lot of people out there that take advice from some of these books and these business books. And these people are not out there. They're not out there with successful businesses. In fact, how they're making their money is selling you books, having you buy their books and stuff. So let's talk about what makes a good salesperson. The number one thing, or the first, I guess I should say the first thing, not the number one. I will tell you the number one. That is actually the third. But the first thing that we're going to talk about is personality, and is this person hungry? So I'm going to tell you about my sales director, Nick. When we were hiring or interviewing for our lead sales position, we had 3 candidates come in or that were recommended to us. 2 of the guys had a lot of sales experience. They came in, they looked professional, they sounded great, and they were very full of themselves. And so I was like, okay, but you got to kind of have that kind of personality, somewhat of a personality where you're confident, right, in yourself. And I would say what I actually look for in a person is a bulldog. But one thing I thought these 2 were lacking was they weren't hungry. I didn't feel like they were hungry. They were so puffed up in themselves that they were confident they were going to get a job. They weren't hungry. And I really wasn't attracted to that. I was turned off by that. I didn't like that at all. Then Nick walks in. And I got to tell you, Nick was the least experienced of the 3. Nick was the youngest of the 3. And actually, he walked in and was orange. And so I was like, why is this guy orange? He had just done a bodybuilding competition, and they spray him orange, they spray him with all that color. And so he walked in and he kind of looked like an Oompa Loompa, to be honest. But when I talked with Nick, I realized this guy is hungry. He's awesome. He's the man. And I know he is willing to work hard. He wants to make something with his life. He wants more than what he currently has. And that was a really good personality trait. That was a really good thing that I could see in him. Not only was he hungry, but he was charismatic. And so I went with Nick. Troy even said, whoa, dude, the other 2 are more experienced. I don't know. Don't you think we should consider them a little bit more, put them a little higher on the list? I said, absolutely not. My gut's telling me Nick is the man. And boy, was I right. Because Nick is closing at 110% sales rate. So he is crushing it. So first thing is personality, and is the person hungry? Or do they kind of feel or seem entitled? Now, the number 2 thing is the right process that supports the sales rep. See, we've spent a lot of time, energy, and effort and money building a process that supports the sales team with automation so that they're not having to manually do all the follow-up, that they're not having to manually schedule everything. The process is really important. And so, like I said in an earlier podcast, we will go over our sales process in depth, but not today. But think about that. Do you have a sales process with automation, automated phone calls, automated text messages, and emails that help you be successful, help your sales reps be successful, because that process supports the sales rep. Now, the number 3 thing that I think is the most important thing that your sales rep can have, the most important trait, is that they believe in what you are selling. Because remember, people are going to buy them. So they want to be, charismatic. You need to have that support that goes around them to help them be successful. And then they have to believe in what you're selling. Because if they believe it, people will be able to feel that. It's like I always would say, people can tell when you're smiling on the phone. People can feel if you're BSing them. They can feel if you don't believe in the product that you're selling or the service that you're selling. So most importantly, a person is going to, yes, buy your services, but they're also going to buy that sales rep. So they need to believe in it. And if they believe in it, then your clients or potential clients will believe in it as well. And that is just super important. So that's it, guys. That's quick and simple, under 10 minutes today. Let's get to the homework. Take a look at your sales team and determine if they are hungry, if they believe in your services, and if you have built the right process around them to support them in being successful. And if you are missing one of those three things, you need to reevaluate either your sales team, your sales member, or the process that you have created, because that's what's really going to make a successful salesperson. You need to feel confident in the fact that this person can go out and represent your business properly and do a phenomenal job. All right, guys, we love you. We appreciate you. And we will check you guys on the next episode of So Tell Us Time.